There's no values in this question. We're just writing angles in terms of one another. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So the first question, 10.1, we are supposed to prove, given reasons, that S3 is equals to S4. Okay? But before we can attempt answering this question, let's go through the question statement so that we can extract our keywords that are going to help us in answering the question. Okay, so in the diagram, PQRS is a cyclic quad. So now I know that I have a cyclic quad. So let me write that down as it will help me in answering the questions. Okay, PQ is equals to PR. That is also important. PQ is equals to PR. Yeah, equal chords subtend equal angles at the circumference of the circle. Right. The tangents to the circle through P and R meet Q as produced at A. Okay, we have some tangents, AR and AP. So let's go ahead and write that. We have tangent. We know that we have the tan chord theorem. So it is important for us to know the tangent, okay? What else do we have apart from the tangent? Okay, I think that's what we have up to so far. I cannot think about anything else. Yeah, I cannot extract anything else from the question statement. So let's go ahead and give it a try and see what happens. Okay, I had a lot of people saying that they couldn't even answer one question from question 10. I wonder why that is the case, but I hope I'm going to be able to get at least one correct. Let's see. So S3 is equals to S4. Let's look at our first keyword. Our first keyword is cyclic quad. So let's see if we can make sense of that. Okay. We have S3 right here. So if SRQP is a cyclic quad, then S3 should be equals to angle Q. Right, so let me just write that down as part of my solution. It is something I'm realizing, so I need to write it down. So 10.1, I have S3 being equals to Q. As S3, it is an exterior angle of a cyclic quad, okay? What else am I realizing? Let me move to the following keyword. The following keyword is that PQ is equals to PR. Let's see what the consequence of that is going to be. PQ is equals to PR. So PQ subtends angle R3 and PR subtends angle Q. So what does that tell us? Okay, that will tell us that Q is equals to R3. That is because PQ is equals to PR. Okay, but if S3 is equals to Q and Q is equals to S3, and Q is equals to R3, I mean, then S3 is equals to R3 because they are both equals to Q. Okay, I think we can say that. Okay, let's pay our attention to the chords before we can move on to any other idea. Okay, so we say that R3 is subtended by PQ. But if you pay close attention, you should be able to see that PQ is also subtending S4. Okay, so what are we saying? We're saying that S4 is equals to R3 because they are both subtended by our chord PQ. Okay, I think the right reason is that they are in the same arc. That is the right reason. So take a look at this. S4 is equals to R3. S3 is equals to R3. So S3 should be equals to S4 as they are both equals to R3. Okay? If X is equals to 2 and Y is equals to 2, then X is equals to Y. because they are both equals to 2. Okay, so that is 10.1. Let's move forward and do 10.2. Let's hear the stories. So 10.2, let's prove that SMRC is a cyclic quad. Okay, let me go ahead and highlight SMRC. So I have SMRC. Let's make sense of this question, okay? If SMRC is a cyclic quad, then this angle C1 should be equals to the angle M1, okay? Exterior is equals to interior opposite, right? And then S1, so this angle S1 should be equals to angle R1 plus angle R2, okay? I'm realizing something. I'm realizing that S4 is equals to S1. And in the question above, we've talked about S4. So why not try prove that S1 is equals to R1 plus R2? Because we can just carry on from what we've been doing from 10.1. We don't have to necessarily start anything new, okay? So I'm going to start by saying S1 is equals to S4, vertical opposite, okay? Let me check if they are indeed vertically opposite. So I have this line and I have this line, okay? S1 and S4 are indeed vertically opposite, okay? And then let's not forget, in the question above, we said that S3 is equals to S4. And now we are saying that S1 is equals to S4. So what does that mean? It means that S1 is equals to S3 as they are both equals to S4. Okay? Right, now you can see what is happening here. Let's not forget, let me remind you of something. We said that S3, this angle right here is equals to Q1 plus Q2. That is because SRQP is a cyclic quad, okay? So S3 is equals to angle Q, exterior angle of a cyclic quad. But I want to show you something interesting. Look at R1 plus R2. R1 plus R2 should be equals to angle Q because of the turn chord theorem, okay? So R1 plus R2 are equals to angle Q because of the turn chord theorem. You will see where I'm going with this. You will see when I connect the dots at the end. R1 plus R2 is equals to Q. Can you see now? S3 is equals to R1 plus R2 as they are both equals to Q. Okay, but what we are required to prove is that S1 is equals to R1 plus R2. But we have proved that S1 is equals to S3. So now we're going to say that S1 is equals to R1 plus R2. This is because both of them are equals to S3. Like I said at the start of the question, we are writing angles in terms of each other. There's no value in this question, okay? So let me just erase for the sake of clarity. We have proved that S1 is equals to R1 plus R2. So SCRM is indeed a cyclic quad because, so what are we saying? We're saying that therefore SMRC is a cyclic quad because S1 is equals to R1 plus R2, okay? The exterior angle is equals to opposite interior. That is 10.2, okay? And the interesting question, 10.3, right? If you thought 10.2 is difficult, then what about 10.3? Let's take a look at 10.3. So in 10.3, we are told that RP is the tangent to the circle passing through P, S, and A at P. Okay, so RP is the tangent of the circle passing